Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this year's Fantasy Gurus Fantasy Draft. I'm going to be your host tonight. My name is Jeff Ingersme, and we will be excited to see this year's results. 2021 is upon us. We've got an exciting group of talent in this year's draft, and we're looking forward to an interesting night ahead. Let's start with the results from last year. It was a ferocious and difficult season through the pandemic as teams fought valiantly throughout the season. Let's start with Tyler's team. And from time to time, I'm going to be bringing in our guest experts from the field. So Tyler's team, obviously an exceptional year last year, won the championship, dominated throughout the playoffs. Let's start with our commentator, Gary. Gary, what do they have to do this year to continue their success?
Well, they definitely have to be very particular with all their moves that they do, the choices that they make. I just think you need to make a home run at least one.
There you have it, folks. A home run for Tyler's team will get it done this year. Thanks, Gary, for that engaging commentary. Now let's talk about some of the other teams we're looking at kind of an exceptional regular season team, but really blew it in the playoffs, and that's Maze Train. Can they get the train back on the tracks this season? What has to happen for a better result in the playoffs this year? We're going to turn it over to Phil. Phil, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. Just they have to do good.
All right. Thanks, Phil. I agree. They got to do good. Better than last year, that's for sure, because they lost it. Onward, the surprise contender last year, first year in the season, Leroy Jenkins finished in third place after an exceptional first year and a regular season. Must be owned by a lawyer because the negotiations throughout the season were exceptional. Now, we're bringing back in Gary once again. Gary, how do you feel about Leroy Jenkins' squad this year?
No, I can't believe that he did that, It's like, wow. I don't even think I can do that,
You've got a great history, Gary, of exceptional results. I know you could do the same. Thank you for that commentary. Now, one of my favorite squads personally, the Honey Badgers, came in second place after a terrible regular season. No surprise they pulled it out. They're an every year playoff contender with several championships in this league. We're going to bring Phil back in for some further commentary. Phil, I know you're also a fan of the Honey Badgers. What do you think their chances are this year?
Well, like Gary said, they have to make a home run to be good. And I just love watching them. And I love playing football.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. Now, we're getting down to what I would call the middle of the pack teams. Every year, they're right there in the middle. Unfortunate finishes. They can never seem to wrap things up and get themselves a championship. Haymakers, Big Cheese, Steel Panther, Team Ritz, all of whom are hoping to get out of that middle and have a breakaway season. Gary, what's the chances of one of these middle-of-the-pack teams making it further this year, and which team do you think it'll be?
It's either 0% or 100% chance of them making it. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any which team you think is going to be good out of that pack? It'll either be Haymakers, Big Cheese, Steel Panther, or Team Ritz. Which one?
I think Skittles.
Skittles?
Team Skittles, yeah.
All right. Gary, I think you're going a little crazy tonight. We've got several other teams here to wrap us up. Pig Skinners, a perennial loser. Let's just hope that they can show up and start a full lineup this year. And last year's bottom of the barrel team, Masterpiece. I don't know that I would rename my team Masterpiece after last year's 2-11 finish. Surprisingly, didn't fire the coach. Back for another season. We'll see how he does this year. And lastly, a new team this year after Team Tomey, was released from the league for harassment after several of the games. The commissioner removed him. The new team this year, Mark's Marvelous Team. Last time here, Phil, Mark's Marvelous Team. First time in the season. How do you think Mark's Marvelous Team is going to perform this year in their first season?
Well, in the first part of the year, they're probably gonna be a little confused and like what to do. But in the middle of the year, they're gonna be pretty good.
Do you think they're going to make a mid-season rush for the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. That's a bold statement here from Phil. You heard it here first on WCCTV. That's all we have for you. Let's look forward to tonight's draft. And everyone have a great season and best of luck. Good night.